From London to Beijing, people have gathered to honor the 12 people killed after two gunmen opened fire on the office of French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo in Paris last Wednesday. A show of solidarity immediately seized the social network with the hashtag Je suis Charlie, I am Charlie.
We've been affected by those, terrible acts, by the loss of those beautiful artists, and we don't forget them. And a lot more Charlies, a lot more artists will raise all over the place. It's very cold in New York, and still a lot of people are Charlie tonight.
In New York as well, a few hundred people gathered to pay a tribute and mourn the death of the emblematic cartoonist and journalist.
I was not a reader of Charlie Hebdo, but what happened was just beyond words. We all have to be behind it. And it's important to have a movement worldwide to show that it matters to everybody, both in France, in the US, and everywhere in the world. The right to express yourself, drawing or writing, just a simple right to express yourself and be free.
Victor Navasky, author and editor of a satirical magazine, explains the historical art of a controversy through political cartoons.
The significance of the attacks against Charlie Hebdo, it is both an attack on free speech, but it's also an expression of the disillusion of the attackers. They are carried out in a climate of fear, and they exacerbate the climate of fear. The whole point of cartoons and images is they can't be described in words. Throughout history, it has enraged people who are its victims.
Or what we are building since centuries now in France, and that's what I wanted to mean here, is we are Charlie, we are Marianne, we are the Republic. We have to stand up, we have to keep laughing, we have to keep smiling, we have to keep drawing, and we have to stay united. It's written in our constitution, and it's the first word. The French Republic is indivisible.
The stimulus for this is ironic because cartoons are generally thought to be silly and irrelevant and not taken as seriously as words. The whole world seemed to come together, the leaders of many different countries, including Arab and Israeli leaders in the same march. So they may ironically serve to unify people against having a violent response. It's a very heartening symbol that 1 million people came together in Paris this afternoon to protest what was done to Charlie Hebdo's editor and the other people in the office.
Charlie Hebdo has been called an equal opportunity offender, controversial for its crude cartoons like the representation of the Prophet Muhammad, the Vatican, or Jews. The survivors issue of Charlie Hebdo will be printed next week in 3 million copies, which is unheard of in the satirical magazine world.
The great American humorist, who is also a satirist, Mark Twain, said, "Against the assault of laughter, nothing can stand."
Meanwhile, French and international cartoonists continue to draw in response to the tragedy.